a monster in this game. But nevertheless, we're gonna go and try to see if we can get a antler guard drop, which will be my best in slot ranged shield item. It gives a +2 range strength bonus. I am currently hiding behind this wall because I am slightly embarrassed about my best in slot mage gear that I am bringing. Please don't laugh. It's a struggle. It's a struggle, man. But this is one of the reasons I like Iron Man mode. You would just never see a player with this combination of gear. It would certainly help if I could get an Aram's robe top drop from Barrows, but I'm going pretty dry, which is okay. It's okay because I love Barrows. So if I were to go dry, I would actually prefer it to be there. I have only killed Elder Custodian Stalkers once before, so it might take me a bit to get situated. This is also gonna be my first time trying to ice barrage them. Let's see if this is in fact the correct location. It is not. It is not, as we need a multi-combat area. This is also not it. We'll just go ahead and climb through a random dark hole here. fact be the location we are looking for. So I'm gonna set up my cannon as per the guide I was looking at. This will be quite a resource sink in terms of prayer potions and runes. But since we are using bracelets of slaughter, we're going to want to speed this task up as much as possible. Otherwise, this video would be very, very long. But I would normally prefer to melee because I need to improve those stats more than magic or ranged. And something that's kind of cool about using melee is it's much more chill than barraging. But I will have to say, this doesn't seem too bad at all. Elder, Custodian, Stalkers have a special attack other than their standard melee attack. When they reach 20% health, they will gain the ability to cause bleed damage via a magic attack that they gain. You could see it there, but I blocked it with my natural magic defense. saw there a superior spawned, which is always a treat to see. Bracelets of Slaughter are a great piece of enchanted jewelry when you want to extend your Slayer task. Here we got a Alchemist Signet drop. So at the end of the video, I'll go ahead and trade those in and see what they give us. I went ahead and brought Blood Barrage to heal from that bleed damage magic attack. But it seems I'm not taking too much damage from it. Here we have Broken Antlers. You can see I am bleeding, so we'll go ahead and just heal up. Broken Antlers are gonna be super nice for us because you can actually is a fantastic barraging task that might even surpass Dust Devils in terms of loot and Slayer XP. But you can only get these monsters assigned if you use Neve or Chaldar, the Slayer Masters. Duradel doesn't assign these. They dropped cannonballs, which is pretty cool. We'll see if we can stack them up a bit better. That's the only bad thing about Ice Barrage, is it's a bit more challenging to stack your enemies when they are frozen. But it is still the best spell to use, as it gives the highest DPS out of all the barrage spells, and that's what we want. I got myself some coffee. I mixed a vanilla cappuccino with a Colombian K-cup. And I added a bit of refrigerated liquid creamer, which helps to instantly cool it down to a reasonable drinking temperature right away. Along with, of course, making it a little bit less bitter. I have a lot of amethyst darts tag these mobs, but it looks like we are getting away without it, which is cool, as it's rather click intensive. I have so many because I did a lot of AFK amethyst mining, and these were very good fletching XP. Death runes. I will say ice barraging is pretty satisfying. Well, I sure wouldn't mind doing this all day until I get the antler guard drop, but the issue lies with getting assigned the task. Wow, look at that. Just a big iceberg. Ice barrage. The animation is very nostalgic to me because I remember when I was young seeing the high level players in Castle Wars freezing their enemies was super overpowered. So I loved it when we got players on our team that had ice barrage. I've never actually played Castle Wars in modern times. I'm sure it probably wouldn't feel the same, I suppose, as it did when I was a kid. But I might just these things look like here. They're like rabbit. They have like a rabbit appearance with antlers. Jackrabbit. I never tried hardcore Iron Man mode. A lot of irons will just go ahead and start as a hardcore for the heck of it, even if they don't think they'll make it very far. But I decided right off Tutorial Island to just become a standard Iron Man. Because I didn't like the idea of putting myself in a situation where I was stressed out all the time about dying. If I happened to make it pretty far without dying, I would probably be hesitant to play as much. Blood barrage is nice for healing, 'cause you don't waste ticks eating. Losing DPS. So, by using Blood Barrage, you'll retain decent DPS while healing. Let's just throw out a blood barrage. Summer Sweep Up update just dropped today, which is July 22nd of 2026. With it, it brought an interesting change that really appealed to me. the change that stuck out to me was that they buffed the Grazi rapier, which is a very rare weapon, yet not necessarily used for anything really aside from Slayer. But then the Fang still reigns supreme over the rapier. But I don't really like the look of the Fang, and even though it's better, I think I might actually go for a rapier just because it's cool. A Grazi rapier would actually be quite a good improvement over the Abyssal Whip and even the Abyssal Tentacle. I am a big fan of the Abyssal Whip, just from a art form perspective. I think the whip just looks so cool compared to the Fang, which is way better of a weapon. But at the end of the day, I would rather be causing less DPS at the cost of a cooler looking weapon. So, I think the Grazier rapier will be a nice goal to upgrade my whip to. And I am pleased the whip while I'm grinding out that rapier. There we go, we got our first rare drop. Now this is used to create a potion of goading, which I think is a silly name, but it will essentially let you do all the work that tagging would require with darts or knives when barraging or just going AFK. It will aggro all of the enemies around you. So far, I have about 13k KC at Barrows, meaning I've opened the chest that many times. And I believe I'm only missing the Aram's top hood and a Guthin's helmet. I got full Darox super early, which is great on an iron. I used it at Nightmare Zone quite a bit to train and farm points for ring imbues such as this. I'm not quite sure if that superior elder stalker has any special attacks that are lethal or not, but it appears they're not a threat. But even if they killed us, bracelet has one charge left, but I think that's fine. We'll just not bother going to get another one, since we only have 13 left to go. I've never actually used a cannon before while barraging, so this is a first. I also have a lot of amethyst arrows in the bank from my 99 amethyst mining grind. I do believe there's even a new potion that stops the bleed effect. Guess I might as well pick up these rune arrows, as I could probably sell them to a shop. Just one left to go. And there she blows. I almost want to keep going, but we'll just stop for now and wait for another task. So yeah, let's see how many signets we have. I might have some more in the bank. We'll just get rid of all that. let's go ahead and see if we can get away with using a teleport, minigame teleport to this place. And we can, so that's pretty cool. Not sure what the rewards are for these. I'll just go ahead and spam click and check it out afterwards. But herbs are always a big deal on an iron. These are all pretty high level too, so that's good. Some nice high level seeds. And this might even be used for coating potions. Cool. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll definitely have to fix our clown drip issue we got going on.